Hey everyone, John Green here. Today we're diving into a topic that's fascinated historians and worried citizens for centuries: the fall of empires. It's a story we've heard before. Powerful empires ruling vast lands seemingly untouchable. Yet time and again they crumble. The mighty Roman Empire, the ones who gave us roads and Romance languages, they weren't immune either. They rose to incredible heights, but even their legions couldn't conquer the sands of time. So what happened? How does a powerhouse like Rome just fade away? And the bigger question, could the same fate await other global superpowers like, say, the United States? It's a thought that might make you go, whoa, hold on a second, we're not talking about some apocalyptic meteor strike here. We're talking about the slow burn of internal issues and external pressures. Think of it like this. Imagine a house, strong on the outside maybe, but inside, cracks in the foundation, leaky pipes, the works. That's what we're going to explore. The cracks that can weaken even the mightiest empires. And trust me, the parallels between ancient Rome and the modern-day US of A, they're pretty striking. So buckle up, grab your thinking caps, and let's see if history has some lessons for us in the 21st century. All right, let's talk about overexpansion. Rome, at its peak, controlled a massive chunk of the world, from Britain to North Africa. They had legions stationed everywhere, fighting wars, securing borders. It was like a constant game of Risk, but with real lives and a whole lot more togas. Now, fast forward to today. The US has a global military presence like no other, with bases and operations all over the map. We're talking hundreds of military installations in dozens of countries. Now, having a strong military isn't necessarily a bad thing. It can be like the cool, older sibling, looking out for the little guys. But just like Rome discovered, stretching your forces too thin, getting bogged down in far-off conflicts, that can drain your resources, both financially and in terms of public support back home. It's like trying to be the best friend to everyone in school. Sounds nice in theory, but it can lead to drama, exhaustion, and a serious case of, why did I sign up for this? So the question is the US spreading itself too thin? Are we too focused on being the world's policeman, potentially neglecting issues closer to home? Something to think about, right? Next up, let's talk money, or rather, the lack of it. Rome's economy, despite its grandeur, faced some serious issues. Think inflation, where things get more expensive but your paycheck doesn't. Not cool, right? They also had massive spending on their military. Those legions didn't pay for themselves, And let's not forget about corruption, good old-fashioned shady dealings that drain the treasury. Sound familiar? Well, the US isn't exactly immune to economic woes either. We've got our own struggles with inflation, a national debt that seems to just keep climbing, and political gridlock that makes passing meaningful economic reforms feel like an Olympic sport. Now, I'm no economist, but when you're spending more than you're taking in, that's usually not a recipe for long-term stability. And just like in Rome, economic hardship can lead to social unrest, political instability, and a whole lot of frustrated citizens. Nobody likes it when their money doesn't go as far as it used to, am I right? Section 4, a house divided cracks in the foundation. Okay, time for some real talk. Remember that whole house divided metaphor? Well, Rome experienced this firsthand. Political infighting, power struggles, you name it, they had it. The Roman Senate, meant to be a place of debate and decision-making, often became more like a reality TV show with drama and backstabbing galore. And guess what? The US isn't exactly known for its unified political front these days, is it? We've got political polarization at an all-time high, with folks on opposite sides of the aisle barely able to agree on the color of the sky. It's like everyone's stuck in their own echo chambers, shouting past each other instead of having productive conversations. Now, disagreement and debate are essential parts of a healthy democracy, but when it turns into constant gridlock and an inability to address pressing issues, that's when things get worrisome. Rome shows us that internal divisions can weaken a nation from the inside out, making it vulnerable to all sorts of threats. Section 5, New Kids on the Block challenges from the east and within. Finally, let's talk about external pressures. Rome had its fair share of rivals and enemies, from the Carthaginians to the Germanic tribes. But one of the biggest challenges came from within the empire itself, the rise of Christianity. Now, I'm not saying Christianity caused the fall of Rome, that's a whole other debate, but it did represent a major shift in values and power dynamics within the empire. Fast forward to today, and the US faces its own set of geopolitical challenges. China's economic and military rise is a major factor, creating a whole new dynamic on the world stage. It's like that moment when a new kid shows up at school and everyone's trying to figure out where they fit in the pecking order. But here's the thing, the US also faces challenges from within. Social inequality, racial tensions, climate change, these are all issues that can't be ignored. They require us to take a hard look in the mirror and ask ourselves some tough questions about who we are and what we stand for. So, is the US destined to follow in Rome's footsteps? Not necessarily. We have a lot going for us. A spirit of innovation, a strong tradition of democracy, and a diverse population that, when united, can achieve incredible things. But we also have to learn from history, address our challenges head-on, and remember that even the mightiest empires are not invincible. The future is not predetermined. It's up to us to shape it. And that's something worth thinking about, don't you think?